Aliens. Yes, I know what you're thinking, and no, this is not just going to be a rehash of episodes of Ancient Aliens, but ever since the Pentagon straight up confirmed the existence of UFOs this past April, and no one seems shocked thanks to COVID, I can't stop thinking about how maybe Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull was right, and we should probably put those skulls back now, guys. Before we have you saying I want to believe, remember to hit that subscribe button so you stay informed whenever we release new episodes. And if you like this video, give us a thumbs up! All jokes aside, the Pentagon really did acknowledge that a few Navy pilots spotted some UFOs over the years, even releasing some of the footage caught by the pilots. The funny thing about this is these videos came out a few years ago, but were labeled as a hoax. But what exactly is a UFO? And what got people so enamored with extraterrestrials? UFO is short for Unidentified Flying Object, which does not always indicate that this is an alien thing. Often, UFOs end up being parts of satellites or even weather balloons, and in some cases, just military technology that the general public doesn't know about. So what is an alien? Well, according to Live Science, aliens can refer to everything from little green men in the sci-fi realm to microscopic life forms beyond Earth. Basically, an extraterrestrial is not something from this Earth. UFOs and aliens have a strange place in history, and much like any sort of supernatural thing, there are plenty of people who believe, or even just want to believe, looking at you, Fox Mulder, that there are aliens who have possibly influenced human life and continue to visit us to this day. In fact, there was the whole storming of Area 51 in 2019 to demand the military tell people about alien life and a rescue mission to save those aliens. And as you could have guessed, nothing really came from that. So let's talk alien history. Now, there are a lot of theories out there that aliens came and visited our ancient civilizations, giving us access to technology and even helped building the pyramids. There are often depictions of spacemen in ancient art and cultures all over the world, from Peru to Egypt. Of course, no one could ever confirm this, and hey, don't even think about trying to go back in time and find out for yourself. We have a whole episode about why that's a bad idea. True alien fever didn't really come out, at least in the United States, until around the 1950s. What was it exactly that made UFOs and aliens such a big part of our culture and interest? Well, it's not just one thing, it's several things. And these have become not just a staple of alien research, but of pop culture too. So here are the 4 major players in the alien movement. Number 1. Roswell. On June 14, 1947, Foreman William Brazel noticed a lot of strange-looking debris about 30 miles from Roswell. On July 8th, it was reported that a flying disc wreckage was found on a ranch near Roswell. After numerous articles and rumors, the FBI finally begins to investigate and finds that this wreckage is actually just a United States Army Air Force balloon that had crashed. Even though Roswell had been debunked and proven not to be a UFO, this continues to be debated and a pivotal part in alien history. Starting in 1978 to 1994, there began a resurgence of interest in the Roswell incident, and UFO researchers and enthusiasts began to take another look at the evidence. Researchers like Stanton T. Friedman, William Moore, Carl T. Plock, Kevin D. Randall, and his partner Donald R. Schmid interviewed several hundred people and obtained documents pertaining to the incident. All of this interest and research brought Roswell to the forefront of the most important UFO case instead of just being a missing piece of history. Countless books and films and even TV shows have been made about the incident and even about Roswell itself. In 1994 to 1997, the United States Secretary of the Air Force began their own investigation because of all of the interest and found that the crash site was most likely debris from Project Mogul, a military surveillance balloon. They reported that the claims of alien bodies that were found and taken from the site were from confusing the anthropomorphic crash dummies with real bodies or misremembering information. Today, Roswell is a tourist destination for alien enthusiasts, playing into the hype of the incident from 1947. In 1996, the first ever UFO festival in Roswell was held, and they're still going strong after 24 years. You can bet if a small town has a big event like this, they are going to be milking that forever. Just ask the residents of Point Pleasant, West Virginia, and their love of Mothman. Whether you believe in the Roswell incident or not, who wouldn't want to go to the International UFO Museum? Number 2. Project Blue Book. Project Blue Book took place from 1948, or 1952 depending on accounts, to 1969, and the main goal of this was to investigate UFOs. During this time, the Air Force looked into 12,618 reported sightings of UFOs, and of those, 701 still remain unidentified. In 1969, the project concluded with the Air Force stating, "No UFO reported, investigated, and evaluated by the Air Force has ever been given any indication of threat to our national security." They also stated that these sightings were not advanced technologies, so no need to worry. This was the third project of its kind, following Project Sign in 1947 and Project Grudge in 1949. The most important finding was that the Air Force stated these ships have no evidence of belonging to extraterrestrial life. The National Reconnaissance Office stated that a lot of these sightings were explained by flights of the formerly secret reconnaissance planes U-2 and A-12. Project Blue Book is where the majority of known alien claims come from, and was very recently made public by John Greenwald, who created Project Blue Book Collection, which contains information from Project Blue Book, Project Sign, and Project Grudge. You can now access the almost 130,000 pages to do your own research, since hey, we have the time now. Number 3, Area 51. The intense secrecy of Area 51, an Air Force facility in Nevada, allowed this to be the perfect place for a lot of conspiracy theories. The most common, of course, is that this is where the alien spacecraft are being studied and where the bodies from the Roswell crash were taken. Rumors and conspiracies only grew when films like Independence Day and Scooby-Doo and the Alien Invasion and other forms of pop culture portraying it as alien research base. Even John Podesta, chief of staff to President Bill Clinton, said that his former boss wanted to know what was really going on at Area 51. Other conspiracy theories about Area 51 include meetings or collaborations with extraterrestrials, the development of exotic energy weapons, the development of time travel technology, didn't we say that was a bad idea? Weather control, and overall shady business. In 2013, the CIA released documents saying that yes, Area 51, actually known as Homey Airport or Groom Lake, was a secret base because it was a training and test facility for new aircraft. It was a secret from the Soviets and not a secret because of the aliens. They did admit that the conspiracies actually helped to keep real secrets, so they didn't do much to stop them. In fact, when looking back at records from the 1950s, you can see the testing of U-2 and Oxcart planes pretty much matching up with UFO sightings in the area at the time. Sorry to crush anyone's dreams, or is this the real cover-up? Who knows? Number 4, UFO sightings. There are tons of reported UFO sightings and even alien abductions all over the world. And they can't all be fake or explained, right? Eyewitness accounts have grown in years, and 62% of Americans believe in aliens, making aliens the most believed entities over ghosts and Bigfoot. There are a few distinct sightings that are often referenced when discussing the existence of life outside our Earth. UFO sightings and nukes. In the 1960s, 70s, and 80s, there were several reported sightings of UFOs above nuclear missile silos. On Montana's Malmstrom Air Force Base in 1967, these UFOs caused problems, and while hovering over the nukes, they entered a no-go condition, meaning they couldn't be launched. This made people believe that the aliens were interested in our weapons. The Phoenix Lights. The Phoenix Lights incident occurred in 1997 when a number of Arizona residents reported seeing a UFO. Even Governor Fife Symington witnessed these lights, and 10 years later he recalled, "I witnessed a massive delta-shaped craft silently navigate over Squaw Peak, a mountain range in Phoenix, Arizona. It was truly breathtaking. I was absolutely stunned because I was turning to the west, looking for the distant Phoenix Lights." The Air Force gave the explanation that these lights were actually just high-altitude flares, an explanation that Symington and many others didn't believe was true. Science fiction is also a big player in the alien narrative, and most of what people imagine about alien life comes from novels like War of the Worlds, films like The Thing from Outer Space, and countless horrible B, sci-fi, and horror movies. But it's no coincidence that this form of science fiction came about in the 1950s and 60s. Who knows what aliens truly look like? Hopefully nothing like the xenomorphs and a lot more in the vein of E.T. So there you have it, the mysterious topic of aliens, a topic that may not be so alien, but to us now. So whether you believe in little green men or not, you have to admit that the new evidence of UFOs is a major turning point for us to finally figure out if there's any other intelligent life out there. Are you more in the camp that aliens are peaceful, or just waiting to strike us down and mine the Earth for its resources? Leave us a comment below, and be sure to like this video and hit subscribe for more Fact Bites conspiracy theories. Thanks for watching!